Alright, back for round one on the draw. And since I am on the draw, I'm pretty happy that I have the more uh, control-y or maybe more mid-range version of the deck that's a bit more resilient and has a better late game. Might just die on that thing. Uh, yeah, could play the Trafficker, but I feel like it's not gonna attack. And yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that thing right now. I'm on a draw. My late game is looking pretty solid. Trafficker, playing Trafficker without any artifact is not exactly where you want to be. So I might as well just wait a bit. Hopefully I don't draw too many more lands because this deck, well, I have two Daredevils, but I don't really want to flood out and I don't have many sources of card advantage. I think I'm just gonna trade here. Like I have no artifact, so their creature might be slightly stronger, but I'm trading 2 damage for 3, and I don't really mind them using a trick here, it's completely fine. We drew Dragster in the meantime. Huh. Yeah, it's kinda clunky. If I had the Dragster, I would not have traded, obviously. So we could play Dragster and then Ambitious Etherborn use the servo to attack. Yeah, it's fine. My opponent did not play a spell, so it's kind of likely that they might have something like Welding Sparks here. Or Chenra Pyro Helix, in which case I actually rather play a creature they cannot target. Now they know about the thing, and we kind of lost haste, if I may say so. So it's slightly annoying, but it's not near enough. Pretty sure they have a removal here. Yeah. We could use the Trafficker to animate that, and when they try to kill the Dragster, we can sacrifice it to boost the Trafficker. But I think we'd rather just play our 5-drop, honestly. I actually want it to be a 4-5. It's kind of tempting to make a servo to be able to crew, but they have a 3-2. So this being a 4-3 is a huge downgrade, and I don't want to trade my 5-drop for the 3-drop. And either way they kill my thing, which I was kind of anticipating. But even if I make a 1-1, I don't really want to block their Quicksmiths and trades. And having a 5-4 is much better. Like if they play something like Bastion Mastodon here, I'd much rather have my 5-4. And sure, I have the Trafficker, which makes the having an artifact slightly better, but I think this being a 5-4 is really much better. So I guess they will recast it just to have it untapped. Now they have to double block, which is not good for them, obviously. Especially since I drew a removal. And they have 1 card left in hand, so we are not in bad shape. If they just take 5, I'm happy enough. Then I'm probably just gonna play the Trafficker and trade it with their Genius if they let me do so. And, you know, I'm taking 2 each turn, they are taking 5 each turn. It's a race I'm fine with. If you play that as a 4-3, which I think is really tempting, then it's really bad for you, I think. Daredevil was a solid top deck. I guess we'll beat down. They will attempt to double block. I think I'm just gonna let them because... Okay. Oh, that's fine. Now I'm gonna drop Daredevil, and I'm not gonna drop my land because I want to be able to disintegrate stuff if necessary. My opponent is probably a bit flooded here. I drew 7 land, which is a fair amount, but they might have 3 lands in hand here, which would be quite a lot. But you know, if I had played that as a 4-3 with a 1-1, we would have traded, and I would be in a pretty, you know, not great spot. And again, I think it's extremely tempting to make the 1-1 when you have the thing to crew, but I think it's quite wrong. Could have disintegrate and attack for 9, but I don't really kill them because I don't have any artifact, and trading a Daredevil is pretty good in general. And now I can probably kill whatever card they get here and kill them with the 5-4. I'm gonna disintegrate... I might as well do it now, I think. Nah, I guess the right play. I have enough mana where I don't really need my mana on my turn. I mean, it's not gonna matter here, but I think the right play might be to attack, and before blocker disintegrate, this way you play around pressure point, which is the 2 mana instant speed tap a creature thing. It probably, yeah, it's not something that matters a lot. It's not a card that you will often see in the main deck, but like playing around that doesn't cost me anything and might be the difference between winning or losing. Because let's say they have that, and then they use it. Otherwise, well, I guess if they have it, they will use it anyways because they don't have a good block. Yeah. Oh well, did not change match, but certainly something you should think about a bit. So I'm gonna be on the draw again, and this is the deck I want when I'm on the draw, so I don't think I want to change match. My oven is on red-white, but they did not show that many one-toughness creatures, so I don't think the puzzle knot is especially appealing. Malfi squad is even worse on the draw than it is on the play. On the draw I might like Lawless Broker more than Screecher though. Yeah. It's slightly better at blocking, especially if you were able to cast a creature first. Rush of Vitality is kinda good against aggressive deck, and Die Young seems good against my opponent who has a bunch of small creatures, it is looking like. Threat or Colony is awful on the draw. Like, unless I have a very aggressive deck and I know that I'm playing against a very, very controlly deck, you don't want a Colony on the draw. Could use it another Die Young. A Rush of Vitality. Kinda like the Daredevils, they give me a pretty good late game. Even though I don't have that many artifacts. Well, I guess with 3 Etherborn I do have enough artifacts. Kinda want that Rush. It's pretty good against, other aggressive decks and in some sort of race situations. It's pretty good with Freighter too. Like, this can really lead to blowout because Freighter you often have to double block it. Now, what would I cut for that? I don't really know. I have 15 creatures. I don't really want to go down to 13. Maybe on the draw against an aggressive deck, Rush is better than Subtle Strike, and my opponent did not show any one-toughness creatures. So actually, I think I'm just gonna have that trick, and yeah. Also, Rush is slightly better at, for example, dodging or countering cards like Welding Spark, because 1+1+1 counter is not... I mean, it can be enough. Like, if they deal 3 damage to a 3/3, sure, great. But otherwise, it might not be enough. As Indestructible is more efficient. We have a great hand here. Yeah, one of the best cards we can make, like Construct into Chief into Steed, that's really sweet. My opponent doesn't have a 2-drop. Ooh, Die Young, sure. Let's construct a little bit. Yes, I can use that. I have 3, potentially 4 artifacts. Should be good. My opponent put a card on the bottom. Alright, alright. Ether Torch, sorry, Renegade. We'll have to kill that before we play the Trafficker, but I think the play here is Chief of the Foundry, beat down for 3. Next turn I can play a 4/4 Steed and attack for 4. I mean a total of 7, or I guess 9 if I can even attack with Chief. Chief might just die here though. Could see a Welding Spark getting tossed, or maybe even Chandra Pyrorelix plus Renegade. Artist, sure. I don't think my opponent can afford to play very aggressively here. Because I have the Renegade, what they can do is block my Steed, and yeah. They can block my Steed and then use 1 damage from the Renegade to finish off the Steed, which would be a 4/4. Kinda wanna kill that Renegade. I think I'm gonna do that. I wanna get rid of that now. This way I can play Trafficker. And it's not a great card, I don't think so, unless you have a dedicated energy deck, but it makes combat a bit annoying. So I'm just gonna kill that. They cannot really they can deal 1 damage here, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Certainly gonna use 2 energy here. And now the question is, I guess I should attack first. Yeah, I will attack with both creatures first. And then, if they block the Chief, I'm gonna rush, probably. If they block the Construct, I'm just gonna let the trade happen and play a Trafficker, I think. But here I have a pretty good trade. Yeah, fine. And now that both the creature and the Trafficker are free, if you will. So yeah, that's kinda nice. Things are working out very well this match so far. I mean, we have everything we need and it's working very well. Note that Subtle Strike here, in general it would be better, but here it would not have been better because okay, Welding Spark. Maybe actually, let me think. So the thing, oh, okay, my opponent got rid of my board. Okay, sure. What was I trying to say? So the Chief had 1 damage. So if I had, yeah. So the strike would have been better because it had 1 damage, but I would have made it 3/4, and their creature at 2/2. So I would have gotten the same trade, except that instead of gaining 3 life, I would have had 1 counter here, and then they would have not have been able to kill it with the spark. So yeah, in this precise spot, Subtle Strike would have been better, but I was not really expecting to be the aggro player this game. Subtle Strike is better if you're attacking, but Rush is better if you are a bit behind. Either way, a lot of talking. I think I want to make a token here. This way I can crew next turn. Well, it's close. Nah. The reason I made a token is that I don't think 3/3 is gonna be that. I mean, the difference between 3 toughness and 4 is quite huge in this set because a fair amount of creatures have 3 power, and a couple of removal deal 3 damage. But between 2 and 3 is not as huge. And okay, well, I wish I had made the thing a 3/3, but I certainly did not know about reprisal. Okay, well, I guess I'll place creature and pass the turn. My opponent's deck is full of removal. Okay, well, had I known about reprisal, I would have... Oh, and Chandra now? That's really bad for me. I mean, okay, sure. Oh, Snare Topter. What a crazy top deck. I had another ace creature, but I could not use it, so that's really lucky. I was playing against a red-white deck, so I assumed they were beat down. Turns out my opponent is playing a red-white more control-y deck with a bunch of removal and Planeswalker. So that kind of change how the game plays and what I should do for the next the next game, if there's a next game. Aviary Mechanic, sure. Screecher. Think we want to die young the Mechanic and play the Trafficker. It uses our mana better. And yeah, at this point I think tempo is quite important. Next turn we can play Dragster. Crew is the Trafficker, deal a bunch of damage potentially. Though if they attack I might trade. No, probably not. Nah, I don't really care. I mean, I'm at 20. And the ability to crew is kinda nice. And here I force them to trade their Giant and take 1 damage. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. If they don't trade, they just die, so... solid. Thought their top deck was insanely good. That being said, my deck is kinda decent against Planeswalker. I have a bunch of flyers, a couple haste creature, so yeah. I don't think I'm very soft to Planeswalker in general, but Planeswalkers are always threatening. I mean, we are doing fine this game, and my opponent had a very good draw, I think. I mean, 3 very good removal, a couple decent creatures, and a Chandra, and we still won pretty easily. I mean, our draw was solid too. I mean, 5 land and a bunch of good creatures. That was quite insane, and a couple removal in the mix. All right, that was round 1 for you. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you for the next one.